And welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Yeah, it's been a while since we have a live, but I've been absent from the garden for a couple weeks now. Welcome back. Thank you for coming. Today, I'm going to show you what the garden looks like after 2 weeks of neglect. And of course, the very cold weather that we've been experiencing here in the southern part of the US. Unusually cold weather. And we are about to get some more. Yeah, this morning, it was down into the uh, 40s. And in a few days, it'll be down to the 30s. So I see, when you're away for 2 weeks, lots of things happen in the garden. There's overgrowth, there are things to be harvested, things to be pruned. And with the heavy freak wind storm that we had that came through while I was absent, look at the tomato cages. All of them are like that. The wind blew them down like that. So I am going to be trying to stabilize them by tying them together. And then, as you can see, look over here. There's harvesting to be done from this one and a large one over here too that I'll show you in a few minutes. But all kinds of things are happening have happened in the garden the 2 weeks that we were absent. Yeah, so I'm gonna go along, and while I harvest, I'll show you things that have happened, and I see things that really need to be harvested. Wow, look at this! Wow, look at that bed of kale and Swiss chard. And I see something else, volunteer plants growing in there too. And over here we have our collard greens and celery, and I see callaloo growing in there too. So there's quite a few things to be done. So welcome again, welcome once again. It's been 2 weeks since I've been out here. Like I said earlier, we've been away from the garden for about 2 weeks now, and all kinds of things have happened. So you're gonna come along with me. There's lots of harvesting to be done. There's some work that needs to be done on these tomato cages because the heavy winds came through, and look at them. The cages are leaning forward, and so are the fruits. Thank you for coming. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Marva, and welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I'm going to take you along and I'll show you what happens when you leave your garden unattended for 2 weeks and in very, very cold weather. Okay? So stay with me. Let's start by stabilizing these. These are tomato cages, and there's a large one there to be harvested too. It's over here. That, yeah, we're gonna get that too. So let me see what I can do. I think I'm gonna try to tie these two together. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Remember your thumbs up. Yes, Fabio. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. So let me tie this. Let's see how we can get this back sturdy because we're supposed to have similar weather coming through in a few days. You see, I wasn't here to get these together, but I have a very nice neighbor who came over here and tried to capture the nets that came off. All the nets, well, the small nets, all the small nets flew off, and she went chasing them after them and put them away. And I also had a friend come over and secured them for me. So I'm going to tie up these. Then I'll show you the harvest that we're going to get. I don't think I'll be able to harvest everything today. But here's tomorrow. Do what we can. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome. If it's your first time, a very hearty welcome to you. Thank you for coming. And please consider subscribing. Help the channel grow. Yeah. How about that? Do one of those 3 things you see there in the poll question. Okay, so they're standing up. So let's harvest this one. Let me get you closer so you can see it. Put you over here. Drop down a little bit. Like that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't think it's stable. What I want to do, I can't do there. But there's a lot of work to be done in this garden. All right, you see this one right here? Check this out. It's beautiful salad tomato. Look at that. Wow. What do you think? It's lovely, isn't it? And while I'm here, I'm going to be trimming some of these leaves. Yeah, they need to be trimmed. In the cold weather, you hear how crisp they are. Today it got up to 60, 58 for the high and in the 40s for the low. And as the week goes along, it's going to get even lower and lower down into the high 30s. That is an abnormality. Doesn't happen often here at all. I can't even remember the last time it went that far low into the 30s. Most times, well, this season, I noticed it's been dropping into the 40s. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a lovely day so far. How's it been for you? All right. See these? You want to get rid of them because now that they're dying, you don't want the energy to be focused into the dried leaves. Want all of that to go into the healthy part of the leaves so they can produce nice fruits. Look at this. Here's some more that will be ripened in about a week. And here's another one. And we have some small ones right here. But first, for right now, oh, there's some big ones here too. Look at this. But for right now, we have this. All right, so these cages also need some work. The wind, from what I understand, was horrible. Very heavy. It's a freak wind storm. Get it upright again. I'm gonna tie the 2 cages together. It's harder to, it's a little bit more harder for them to fly off or when they're together. See how many ripe tomatoes are on these? Ripe cherry tomatoes. Things happen when you're not, when the garden is left unsupervised. You expect things like this to happen. Now I'm going to be getting those tomatoes. Wow, it's quite a few. Oh, some are even on the ground. Look, look on the ground right there, right here. But I'm gonna get what's on the vines. These are some of the large cherry tomatoes that you will find. Some of these have to go back into the soil. They are overripe. See this? Yeah. I wonder how much I'll get from this. How is everyone doing? All right. I'm gonna have to put this down. Try to get as many as I can. I try to get all of the right ones. And then I'll show you the container. These are juicy and delicious. It is very tempting to just pop them in your mouth like grapes. And that's what I do. I don't just wait for them, use them in the kitchen, no. I eat them right on the spot. How these came out, well, they're going too. They may even get ripened on the counter. Wow. Some on the ground, and I'm not sure if they are good. Oh, here's the good ones. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. Yeah, I think I've gotten all the ripe ones, but I'm not sure about this one here. Oh yeah, it's good. But these over here are not. And I think I accidentally stepped on some of them too. What about this? Yeah. Oh, look at this under here. I'm talking about I'm finished. Look at this. There's a couple under here. Hard to see, but I'll show you. And this is big. Look at this one. And there's another one too. And there's one on the ground just as big. Let's get it. Because if we don't, the critters will. We can get to it before they do. That's very good. Yeah. Okay, now I can show you my container. Look at how much there are. Wow. And in this bed, I just wait for the aircraft. In this bed, I have planted some red callaloo. I see them coming up. There's a couple right there. And here's some right here. The the one of the nets was in this bed too, and it blew away. I'm gonna have to put them back, but I have to find the little tool that keeps them in the ground. They blew away too. All right, let me show you what's going on over here at this guava tree. First of all, look at the ground. Guava, guavas. Look at that. They've been eaten. Something has been eating them, but they fell off. That's what happens when you're not here. So let me see if there's any on the tree that we can harvest today. Wow. Look at this clump right here. This bunch. There's a bunch under here. And this one looks like it's ripe. Oh, look at that. Came off easily. That's one. I can see another one. Do you see it? Look in the middle of the screen right there. See that? That's one. I have to go on the other side to get it. All right. So let me go. But these on the ground are no good anymore. They're overripe. It's been eaten. Oops. Here's one right here. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here at the guava tree, and this guava has been unattended for 2 weeks, and it's been taken over by some cold weather as well. And everything has grown, overgrown. Oh, here's one right here. All right. That one looks like it's ready too. There you go. Lovely. So now, so far, 3. And I think I see another one. Oh, it's nestled right up there, really far. So what I'm gonna have to do is get it and then show it to you. So let me extend this so you can see a little higher. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming by, ladies and gentlemen. This is the guava tree, so I'm going to be picking a guava way up in the tree. Let me show you if I can reach it. I should be able to. Oh, this is one of our biggest ones. Look at it. Look at that. Who would love this one? Greetings, Peter. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, picking guavas and other things in the garden after leaving it unattended for 2 weeks. Oh, I see more. Wow. Hold on. I'm going to need my basket. Got my basket ready. My tomatoes. Okay. Basket is ready. I wonder. Some of these I may not be able to reach. I may need my stepping stool, but I'm going to see what I can do. But stay with me. I'll take that one. You take that one. You know, there is more than one that you could get. There are many. So let me see if I can reach. Wouldn't it be fun if you'll be able to just reach in? I could just press a button and you reach in and take it. Look at that. One, two. Oh, over here is smelling so good. Oh, so many of them ripened and fell. Oh, here's a good one I found on the ground too. Oh, check this out. Stream. There's 3 more. Wow. I think I even see some more. The question is, will I be able to reach those? I think so. I'm going to go over on the other side and show you. But I have to fix you. Just one moment. Let me fix you so that you can see. Yeah. All right. Let's hope. Okay. There you go. Another one is here too. Wow. And another. Yeah. Look in the basket here. Check out this one. Here's the basket. There's 10 in there. And these are the tomatoes that I got earlier. Look at that. Yeah. There's probably more hidden in the tree here that I'm not seeing right now. But tomorrow's another day, isn't it? Hmm. And there are at least 10 of them that fell under the tree and rot. There's one to the here that was good too. Poison those. Okay. I think I'm going to be, since they're so ripened, I'm going to have to juice them or freeze them. All right, so that's that for the guava tree. Let's go check out the beds. Or no, what about the tomato? The bell peppers. They're right here. Hold on, folks. And I see I'll have to do a lot of work in this bed because there are lots of, look at those weeds. Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you're not around. They decide to take over. You get my basket? I see Scotch bonnet peppers. They're still green. I'm not going to pick those at all. I like them when they change colors. Look at these lovely two right here. But I see the mini bell pepper. There's one. I'm not sure if there's any more here. Before, 2 weeks ago, I harvested about 10 of them from here. What did you see? The green one. Yeah, green ones are here. Okay. But look right here. Look what has grown. These are Swiss cards and kale. Look at that. A beautiful bed of kale. I think it's time to get those. What do you think? And look, even a Halalu has decided to take up residence. Beautiful. The the netting for this space did also fly off. Yeah, we found the nets, but I'm gonna have to look for these. These are what keep them in the ground. Oh, I see two of them in here. All right. So I can put the netting back on this one. Let's hope we don't have another freak windstorm. But I need to harvest these. And I'm thinking I should consider harvesting them when I'm ready to give them away. I like to give them away when they're fresh. So I think I'm gonna hold off on this until tomorrow because I'm not going to be going out anytime today. Over here, are the, look at this. We have celery and let me open this up. And collard greens. My friend came and put this letting back on. It stayed on. That they are ready. So I'm gonna also give these away. So I'll wait until I'm ready to give them away sometime this week. But I also need to harvest. Not harvest. I also need to weed. And look at these lovely colors. Wow, 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 wow. Didn't plant them. These are volunteer. Look at that. Beautiful. Not a hole, not even a single hole on it. And that's because I put some azomite in the soil and that keeps the worms away. So everything is doing well in here. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to harvest these yet because these going to be a giveaway. I like to give them away. Really nice and fresh. And let's put the, I'm going to get the netting or the hair bed and put that back. So I'm surprised that the raccoons didn't go over there and come up, you know? But I think the reason for that is they have been so programmed to walk around it, but I didn't even notice that there was no netting on it. There are other things in the garden that needs to be harvested. I think there's some tires too. Everything is was overgrown in 2 weeks. Yeah. Let me take you to another bed. Imagine all this taking place in winter. How cute is that? You can see that again. These are my winter crops. They do very, very well in the winter. This is the reason we plant them in winter. So all brassicas, like kale and collard greens and all the greens, those are winter crops. Tomatoes too. See that? Those tomatoes were planted just before we left 2 weeks ago. Look at the wind ripped up my netting. Look at that. Poked hole through it. This came out. Uh, I hope the bugs stay out, like the um white flies and the bees. It needs work. Now, for the first time this season, Peter, for the first time, we do not have any white flies, and that's because I've been using cloves. You know that season, the that spice that you use in the kitchen. I've been using cloves in the garden, and it did what they say it would do. It kept the white flies away, and yet the wind did a job on it. The wind did a spectacular job on the net. Oh, let me show you can see what I'm doing. Can you see? Oh yeah. So I'm getting that. And then I'm going to harvest those ripe tomatoes. I don't know what's going on with the plant itself. It looks like it's taking a beating. It sure has. But I get some tomatoes. I'm gonna have to see what we can do about this. Oh, the tomatoes, though. There are 8 of them. Beautiful. See this one. This this right here. These greens, these are mustard greens. They need to be harvested too. And over here are more kale. Thanks for the light. Oh, you have a sun where you are there. Yeah, I know. Did you get lots of snow? I know lots of people are snowed in right now. Here's what I've gotten so far. Guavas and tomatoes. Well, let me see what I can do here. We had a windstorm, a very blustery one, came through and whipped up stuff from out of the garden, mainly the net. 3 of my nets, 4 of them flew off. One of them even went across the street in the neighbor's yard. And they were so kind enough to hold onto it, not knowing who it belonged to. And my other neighbor, who went searching for them, discovered that they were over there. So all the nets are back in their home, just not they're not yet in the garden though. Obviously something from this. Oh, right. So I'm gonna harvest the kale when I'm ready to give them away. I think tomorrow. As soon as I'm holding it, I don't know how much it will stop the pests, like the aphid and the white fly. Look at this. Oh, ladybug. I need her in here. Okay. Ladybug is good. They get rid of the pests that you don't want. I may need some tape. That's what I'm gonna have to do. This up. I'm gonna take you around the garden to see other things and how they fare. Oh, herbs and animals. Digitized dreamfish, cane toads, Colorado river toad, yolk. Okay, all of those things you say are good for the garden. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, a garden that's been left unattended for 2 weeks. I want to show you that squash that if you saw the shorts yesterday, that video was taken 2 weeks ago before we left, and wasn't sure what kind of squash it was. But here I can, sorry about that, folks. I'm gonna have to remove you from the tripod so I don't lose you. But here is what it looks like. And that looks like a cantaloupe. See? Yeah, that's a cantaloupe. Is it gonna grow any bigger? Not sure. But when all the leaves start turning brown, then I know that will be the end of the growth of it. Let's see how much longer it will stay there. But the garden, look at this. All the leaves of this sugar apple tree are gone. So much has happened on those very cold days as well. So this will be the second time for the season that we have had the cold spell, and we have another one coming on by the end of the week. And check out this banana plant. Oh, and I did see a Nesberry or sapodilla on the ground. More than one. Oh, check this one out. If- Oh, it's given. It is going to ripen. Here's another one. Not sure about it, but I'm going to pick them up anyway. Smelling nice over here. There must be some that are, oh yeah, some are going to be ripening soon. The tree is loaded. Look at that. Big and small, all kinds of sizes. Yeah, look like we'll be having, and that's very, very soon. I have a whole list of people who have asked for this fruit. Look at this right here. Look at that cluster. That's berries. Let me see if we have any new growth of plantains coming up. Here's one. It's plantains. And this is our dwarf plantain. Nothing new yet. And look at these. Look at this. This one. This tree is doing its thing. Hmm. And I'm going to make sure that this is covered tonight. Kale and Swiss chard. Tomorrow we'll harvest those. Let me show you. Let me go take you over by the papaya section. Looking at the pineapples to see if anything is coming up. I have a lot of weeding to do. All right, let's put this in here. Take my basket with me to the papaya section. Oh, you see this right here, this bed? This is the for my tripod. Where did I leave it? Oh, over here. I'm going to show you that little bed. That's the herbs that I planted there just 2 weeks ago. Let's see what it looks like under there. I had to take out the basil because the basil died as a result of the cold weather. So I'm going to plant more basils, but I'm going to do that in a container that I can take in when the weather gets cold. But here we have, I hope they've grown since I planted them. Yeah. Parsley. Look at the thyme. Two kinds of thyme. English and I think orange. Let me see. Lemon thyme and English thyme and parsley. And we have green onions. Wow, it's looking lovely. These are tolerant to cold weather, but basils are not. So I had to take those out and they were gone. Oh. So let me put this back over. That's out. The temperature is going to drop again tonight. This is a volunteer papaya tree. Decided to take over in the what once was the June plum bed. The June plum, I don't know what happened during one of those cold times. The leaves just start falling off, and the next thing you know, even the fruits that were on it fell off, and we have lost that. So we may just have to get another tree. No June plum, but we have, and in 2 weeks, the ackee tree limbs have grown, so we're gonna have to trim. Here's more papayas. I see one on the ground. Check these out. I'm going to harvest those. And some up here. Okay, I'm going to need my step stool for that. And there's one right here. I wonder if it's good. Is it please good? Oh, oops. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I hope you didn't hurt your head. Wow. It's still a little windy. All right, this papaya. Look at that. No, I'll just leave it here. It fell from under here. Came off right there. So I'm going to get my step stool and come and get those. I'm going to move this up so you can see. Hear the birds? The wind. All right, I'm going to have to put my basket in front of this so it doesn't fall again. Sorry about that, guys. Huh? And now I get my steps too. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. one has a hole in it. All right. That means the bugs have been going at it. So this is going in the compost or the what is it? Mulch bed. Put them in the mulch bed. See? Some, mm. That's what it looks like. But I think there's another one up there. Or two. It's two of them. Beautiful ones. Check them out. Gotta just check this out right here. On that side, we have some too. It's just the wind. The wind is getting heavy. Gotta make sure you're stable. Oh, I just have to go on this side. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. This is the garden after 2 weeks. You can only imagine. After 2 weeks of neglect, this is what we came back to. So harvesting what needs to be harvested. Can't harvest everything today. I'll do some tomorrow. You know what? Keep doing this to you guys. I may just have to harvest them and then show you what they are because this wind is getting out of control. Let's see. It's like a gust of wind comes. All right, I think I have it here. Put the basket on top of it. All right. So you gotta have to look on the top left. Then I'll give away some of these. Here's one more. And another one right here. There's two more out there, but I think, no, I need to get this one. It's getting a bit right. We'll leave it to something. The bird is gonna get to it. Wow. Here it is. The rest will stay up there. Another day. Yeah. Now I'm gonna show you what my basket looks like. Well, I have two baskets. One with the onions. No, I say onions. One with the tomatoes. All right, check it out. Let me just move you from the tripod before you fall again. So we got the onions, the tomatoes, and the nesberries are in here. Also, mini bell pepper. This one right here. These are the nesberries I found on the ground. And here are the 5 papayas that I picked. And we have about 10 guavas here. And many of them fell off and rot on the ground. Hmm. Oh, see this tree right here? This bare tree doesn't even have one leaf on it. Well, it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's how it starts bearing fruits. All the leaves fall off. Then you have these little red blossoms right here. And those blossoms are going to turn into fruits. This is the hog plum tree. Yeah, hog plum. It's doing its thing. Pretty soon we'll be having some fruits. Here's another papaya tree, and I think some of these papayas, look at them. Look, it's starting to get ripe already. So small. Uh-huh. And here, you're stirring some great memories here. Oh, for the hog plums. And then we have another papaya tree over here. We have harvest too many to count from this tree. See how tall it grew? Look, it started down here. That's where we started harvesting from. And the tree kept growing and growing. And while it's growing, it's producing lots and lots of fruits to the point now where we can't even reach them anymore. Hmm. Yeah, let's go around and see what else is happening in the garden. I thought we would have lost a lot of fruits, especially on that windy day that I heard of, but it didn't happen. This banana, this bunch of bananas will be harvested very soon. Yeah, we harvested one already. I hope you saw the shorts for that one that we harvested. And I'm looking forward to this year for this avocado tree to start bearing. Oh, yes, it will. I see some, I don't see them, but there are blossoms on here. Last year, this time, the entire tree blossomed, was loaded. Now, this tree has not started bearing any fruits yet. But once it starts blossoming, within 1 to 2 years, the tree will start producing fruits. And that's how it works. Now, we have this papaya tree in this container right here. First, now, I noticed something here. We've been having blossoms for a while now, but I've yet to see any fruit. Oh, I see. Okay, it looks like fruits are about to come. Yeah, in the container. The child was two of them. He doesn't want to give up. No, it does not. Now here is our dwarf avocado tree. We have gotten 3 fruits from it already. I wonder what it will do this year. The first year, it gave us 1, then 2. So if it continues, we should get more than 2 this year, right? Mm-hmm. This is a yellow yam. No, I'm not loving the way, I'm not liking the way the leaves are. I know it was very hungry, and I think that's what did it. But I know the yam is not ready yet. So we just have to watch and see what happens. Mm-hmm. More bananas. Look at a coconut. Looking forward to drinking some of these. Another banana plant here. And this is our dwarf Julie mango tree. This is a banana. The bunch of bananas that we harvested, we gave away before we left. Oh, this is ready to come down. Two hands right here. It had about, we give about 9 hands. The pineapple plants now, they don't do very well in cold weather, but I see something here. Look what's happening down there. Do you see new pineapple is about to come up? Oh, that's one. Yeah, this one too. Wow, coconuts. Yeah, I see that, Peter. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. Pineapples are coming. See any more over here? No, so yes, they're coming up. Despite the cold weather, I can see them trying to do something. And we need to, I think tomorrow that would be my thing to weed. Oh, more pineapples? Yes. Mm-hmm. Another one right here. This is our star apple tree. This star apple tree is from the custard family. We bought it as a young seedling. I'm looking forward to getting fruits from it. And under, oh, here's sugar cane. Somebody gave us some sugar cane and we planted them in this box as seedling just to get them ready. And we took out four of them. You can see over there. Four of them were planted over there. And not wanting to crowd them too much, we left these two over here. But these two look like they're coming up faster. Look at that. You see the sugar cane right there? Uh-huh. My leaf of life didn't do well over these last 2 weeks. You see, it's dying and it's seeding. Need to cut that down. Let's trim it. But I'm glad that the pineapples are doing well. Now, underneath this sugar apple tree, all sorts of things are growing. So I will need to come in here again to weed it out. You never know what will grow. Oh, and I showed you earlier, for those who didn't see, we weren't sure what this squash was that was growing before we left. Can tell it's a cantaloupe. Hmm. Yeah, the you know what this tree is? It's a jackfruit. The jackfruit tree doesn't do well in cold weather, and I can see the effects already. Looks like it's burnt. That's what it looks like during the cold weather, see? And in 2 days, it's gonna get even colder. And in 3 days, even colder. It's supposed to go down to as low as 39 degrees. That's not good for tropical plants. But I'm gonna try to wet them up before the cold spell comes in. We even have some seedlings, papaya seedlings. Don't know how well those will do. Yes, folks. So that's what happened for the last 2 weeks. Everything has grown. Weeds have grown. The fruits have grown. The vegetables have grown. The grass has grown. Lots of work to be done. Look at these tomatoes. This is a romaine. And there's even more romaine tomatoes over here, but I don't think they're ready yet. There, more growing here. So I have to weed up this bed, and I'm wondering if I should just do one of it now. Then tomorrow I get the rest done. So, oh, let me go ahead and put the netting over on these two beds. See what this bed was originally a beans bed, and so I see some beans growing in here, but this is the pole bean and can't have it growing here right now with the lettuce because putting a netting over it, it's not going to help it. So I'm taking out the beans. If it was the other kind of beans now, the bush bean that grows low in the ground, then I would leave it. But the pole bean needs pole. And since I'm trying to protect the kale from the pests by putting the netting over it, it doesn't make sense to have the beans growing in here. So let me go get that net right now. Two nets, one for this side and one for the other side. The problem is I don't see the hooks. I see the hooks for one side, but not for over here. So let me go ahead and get them netting just for one side. Oh, let's see. This got so heavy. And so these two, I had to tie them up together because they got really, really heavy and the winds tried to knock them over. But I think I may have to do something else here to keep it up. Yeah. Okay. Let me go get the tripod. Oh, my basket is over here. If you're just coming in, this is my harvest. Tomatoes, bell pepper, raspberry or sapodilla, guavas, and papayas. So I'm going to put you on the tripod, get you back to the other side of the garden. I'll come back and get the basket. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you answered the whole question. Will you help the channel to grow? And this is what we had to do with those netting to keep them from flying away. While I wasn't here, my friend of mine came by the garden and collected them and kept them together so they wouldn't blow away any further. Okay. So I'm going to put this down here. I'll come back for you. It's nice that almost everything's growing there. Nothing's going to grow into the spring. I understand in cold country right now. So let's get this secured. Mostly we keep the raccoons out of it. And tomorrow, God's willing, I'm going to harvest them so I can give it away. These are what keep them in the ground. But with that kind of wind that came through, couldn't keep these away. These are spokes that go in the ground. Hello, Snappy Cat, a Florida cultivator. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. How are you doing? You know, you ready for the cold coming in? Oh, it's hardly anything you can do when you have a tropical garden. You can only do but so much to protect your plants from the cold. Do the best you can. Here. But what's coming in a few days from now? It's even too cold for me. Can you imagine the plants? Mhm. Okay, I see one spoke over here. So what happened was, oh, I see two spokes. I can get the other. I could get the other net and cover up this one. So we were gone for 2 weeks, and the garden went through all kinds of stuff. But it has grown. See, look at that kale. So I'm gonna get the netting for this. What happened was we had that freak windstorm came through, and the nets blew away. Thank God for my neighbor who came through and secured them for me. So now I'm gonna put them back on. But some of the spokes seem to have disappeared. You know, because when the wind lifts it off, who knows where the spokes flew to? But I can secure two sections, two sides of it. So let me go get the other netting for this. I hope it doesn't get too windy. Okay. So that is. What are the nets for? It doesn't snow in Florida. No, the nets are for the pests. We have it keeps out the white flies, the aphids, and the raccoons that come by at night. Yeah, and it works. Okay, this is not for the cold weather, because these plants are tolerant to cold weather. Uh, brassicas are tolerant, so that's why we plant these in the winter time. This is to keep out the pests. We kind of train the raccoon from to walk around, and it has worked because for the few days that they have been uncovered, they have not walked in there. And what they usually do most of the time when they come into the bed is they dig it up. They're not even here to eat. They just dig up the plant because that's their nature. They dig up the ground and out comes the plants. So It's a great deterrent. It really keeps them out, along with the white flies and aphids. And for the first time this year, we have not had any white flies or aphids, mainly because I've been using um cloves in the gardens. I've been sprinkling cloves, that spice you use in your kitchen. Yeah, and it keeps them out. Now this bed is the collard greens and celery, and I see some callaloo or amaranth has decided to take up space in there too. So we'll just leave them. Look, beautiful. So what I was gonna do now is kind of weed out this bed. This bed really needs some weeding up. I'm gonna do that. And tomorrow, God's willing, I'll be harvesting so I can give away the collard greens, some celery, and the callaloo as well. Oh, I have two types of callaloo in here. The green one, the regular ones, and there's also the variegated kind. This right here. So let me go get my gloves and do some weeding. The weeds don't go to waste though, you know. It goes right into the mulch bed. Make good soil. The temperature is so I'm gonna use pick up those weeds and put them right into the mulch bed. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your time. Realize that you could have been anywhere else. Thank you for coming. Remember your thumbs up. Remember to help me help the channel to grow. If you want to see more content, then help me help the channel grow. One of my favorite hobbies, and I'm just sharing what I know with you. I'm not here to make money. I don't make money on YouTube because I don't get the views. So I'm just here to share and tell you why you should dig a hole and plant something. Grow your own plant. And it doesn't have to be in ground. Have a container, use it. Start with something simple like herbs. Yeah. Let me so you can see better. If you're just coming back, welcome. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Just coming back. I'm weeding out the bed with the collard greens, the celery, and the amaranth or collard. I've been weeded for 2 weeks now because we've been away from the garden. Weeds harbor pests. So if you can get rid of them as quickly as possible, often as possible, to keep the pests out. That white flies. White flies and aphids are rampant down here where I am. But this year I've managed to keep them out of the garden. And I think the clothes has a lot to do with it. Sprinkling clothes in the garden. The bed is looking so much better now with the weeds gone. Now they can breathe. Yeah, the bed can breathe now. You're just coming in. What was harvested? I'm gonna tuck this under so it doesn't get taken away by the wind. It's getting breezy again, but let me make sure that this is nicely tucked under so that overnight we have no problems. Yeah. All right, so this is done. Now over here in the Scotch bonnet and this bell pepper bed, this is where all the weeds took up residence. Hmm. We have about 20 minutes of daylight. Sun sets at 6. I don't think I should even attempt right now. This will have to be for another day, possibly tomorrow. But I want to show you what was harvested earlier. So come with me. Let me get the basket going. We have another kale bed right here too. So let me get the basket and show you what was harvested. Hmm. Trying to keep you so the wind doesn't knock you over. All right. All right. Let me get the back. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just coming in, here's today's harvest: papayas, guavas, cherry tomatoes, nesberries, and a mini bell pepper. AG Bourne, thank you. Thank you for coming. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. It's been 2 weeks since I've had alive. We were away from the garden for that amount of time. And so coming back, there's lots of work to do because everything has grown. Yeah. So I know where you are is very cold. How are you doing? How is it there? How much you got a lot of snow? The temperature is dropping as I'm talking here to you now. Yeah. It's getting cold. The wind is blowing and it's you can put it there. Yeah. The wind is blowing and it's gotten cold. So it's one of the reasons why I waited until this evening because in the morning it's even colder. Now it's in the 40s. Peter saying, AG, big up yourself. Yeah, I don't know if he's on the road though, but I know where you are. It's cold too. Peter, how do you have a lot of ice? The ice is the snow starting ice yet? Yeah. So I'm not gonna do any more harvesting today or any more work in the garden. As you can see, it is getting. Oh, there's one more thing I need to do. See the birds. The bird feeders. I guess there's been so much. It has rained and winds and so on. What happened to the seeds in the bird feeders? Started growing, and let me tell you, the birds not eating it. So let me empty this so I can show you. Here's what happened. Look at the seeds growing here. See that? Yeah. Bird says, no way. We're not eating. We're not here to eat grass. So I'm just going to pour it out below so they can eat what they can. And I'll have to wash it out and remove the grass or the plants, I should say. And then refill this. So a lot of work has to be done on this. You know what? They have a lot of fruits under here to eat. The guava. What's the guava on the ground? That's what they've been eating. So I'm going to scrape this out and get to working on it. Clean it up. Oh, the sun over there about to set. Yesterday was bad. It's fair today. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. I'm just trying to get a little bit of sunset while I clean up this bird feed. Yep. Get it out in one swoop. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Just gonna pour that out. It's not easy because this was not made for plants to grow in. But that's what the fruits did started doing. Just coming in. I am just cleaning out this bird feeder. 'Cause it got wet and the seeds start growing. If the seeds are growing, the birds are not eating it. I'm gonna clean this up and tomorrow they get some fresh food. And it looks beautiful. Right. Now I just have to wash this out. Love the sunset, isn't it? It's beautiful. Well, Mr. Peter, I thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. And I thank you for your support. And I pray that you'll have the rest of the day will be a blessed one for you. Stay warm, stay dry. I know it's cold where you are, but I thank you for your time. And I'll see you next time right here in the Charles Full Lauderdale Garden. There's lots of work to be done. So tomorrow is another day. It's getting cold here too. So take care and may God continue to bless you. It's a pleasure. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. All right.